First, the top headlines. Chief Minister N. Biren launches 2 types of e-vehicles. All Manipur Health Services Doctors Association condemns misuse of doctors and ignoring demands of Manipur Health Services. Judicial custody, remand NSC and IM Deputy Kilonsa Moses Gonmai for 18 days. Miscreants belonging to Mao community lit fire at Namai Jo Biodiversity Park and ran away. And polling for General Assembly election 2023 in Meghalaya and Nagaland going on. Warm greetings and welcome to ELITETV News. I'm your news anchor, Ishika Rajkumari, presenting you the 6 p.m. English news. And before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV also requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now let's begin with the news in details. Chief Minister N. Biren launched 2 e-vehicles from the Planning Department at the Chief Minister's Secretariat today. The Chief Minister assures that electric vehicles can help reduce carbon emissions and it will not only prevent air pollution but also keep the environment clean. He further asserts that the government is considering the introduction of more such electric vehicles in line with the country's target to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2070. All Manipur Health Services Doctors Association condemned the misuse of doctors and ignoring the demands of Manipur Health Services, which were recommended in the Assembly. This was stated by the General Secretary of the Association, Dr. Loli P. Mao, in the press meet held at Manipur Press Club. He asserted that doctors should be given promotions according to their time scale like other departments. The doctor has been facing the problem of retirement without getting any promotion. He remarked that although Prime Minister Narendra Modi has advised the superannuation age of doctors to be 65 years, it is still not applicable to the doctors of Manipur Health Services. He asked why Jenims is applicable for superannuation and 7 pay commission of NPA rule. There is still lack of number of doctors in the state, mostly in the hill districts. He questioned if the government will look equally without any discrimination. There is no meaning to have rules if it is not to be followed. It is very unfortunate that the government and the authorities still ignore the demand even after 15 days indefinite shutdown, he added. But the agitation is appreciated from various sides, including All India Employees Federation. He further appealed the concerned authorities to look into the matter at the earliest instead of sowing disloyalties.
The labor minadi hospital lateba, private hospital lateba, makwidi kaya mukwa na labra. I see jingda 3-4 times round chakre. Makwiya mwari hebsi I sana uwi. Aduna, I di kalaga nungaite kalaga. Kapninge khalaga mige awaba sum tawbusi inhuman way hebisisu aidi khalle praja mayamna aikhuigi si chume hebisi khangbiraga ngasi nimitra manga phawba pharaga su makhoina aikhuiga khara makhoina khangbiraga complain su tawdaba aikhuida su makhoi ware haina su haidaba aduga si chumde haina su haidaba makhoi su chume tawgudbni haina makhoina haibisida taraga yam nungsiba aingonda phawe ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ time bound promotion si haiga heragana government na time bound promotion si piga heragadi vacancy leitina karamoina pigini ga he thare vacancy leitrebdi time scale promotion du piro like MCS MPS da piba IS IPS da pibu gumna aikhoi busu time scale promotion du piro.
The Kangpokpi First Class Judicial Custody will remand of NSC and IM Deputy Kilonser Moses Gonmei for 18 days in connection with the brutal murder of Akoijam Nonganba alias Aging of Kwakaithel Awang Konjing Lekai. Meanwhile, the police personnel blocked media persons in entering the court complex and prohibit covering the news of the hearing. It may be mentioned that Moses was remanded to police custody for investigation in connection with the brutal murder incident. Later, Moses is remanded in judicial custody for 18 days. The aggrieved JAC stormed at court gate and howled for faithful justification for supreme extreme penalty. The JAC further demanded the police to arrest Stephen, who is a main culprit in the brutal murder incident. It may also be mentioned that during the hearing, no counsel of Moses were shown up before the court. Meanwhile, sister of deceased Nonganba AK Thaja stated that Thokchom Sonia handed the key of Swift car to Moses and Stephen. She further appealed the authority concerned for legal action against the culprits. A non-local from neighboring village has lit fire at the foothill of Namaijo and run away after the residents of Namaijo alerted the miscreants. The villagers of Namaijo elders, youths and women have put an enormous effort in dousing off the fire but couldn't stop because of its dryness and wind effect. Besides burning the grasslands of Namaijo Biodiversity Park, it was reported that several trees planted by Nama Ecotourism Society in collaboration with Senapati Forest Division have been charred to ashes. Village chairman of Namaijo stated that domestic electric wires, water pipelines were also burned. Polestar College General Body Committee has demanded members of Polestar College Interim Committee to vacate their respective posts on moral ground. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, President of the General Body Committee, Mayingbam Mutombi, recalled that the interim committee had assured to upgrade the college into a full-fledged government college on 29 October 2021. They assured the upgrade within 3 months, he added, pointing out that the interim committee could not complete the work within the stipulated time. Mutombi stated that the General Body Committee added another 3 months, stretching the assured timescale to 6 months. He expressed discontentment that the interim committee did not deliver their assurance and as such demanded the members to vacate their respective posts. He further urged authorities concerned to resolve the issue at the earliest.
Akoigi body je mamangi body kanona general body semam bani semba elector ba koina pajere ge koi phamje moral ground pham thadok piro haidana mokoi da tiji application si 2 times reminders book thare moi da pakum amata pidre pidre je koi court case to nana bagi preparation to nana bhona the first step na public ta masigi knowledge ji on by information ji on ba dakar hoy aduga leiba koi bada leiba mari leinaba authority koi toiba koi organization sing leiba mari hek leinaba punamakta koi information si phamba mathau tai adugi matungda kari to ke do yengsi haidara koi press ti han first step na koi lanjis ada mokoi ji pham thado yadre adugi marakta haibi giba moina staff atu option gani adugi list thani haina moina mi dagi public mayam da wrong information mayam sandoga college thame mungalo kakani hairam bayawi thama kai mungalo ko to ngai ro ni tarik punbu mungalo khalani haibu gumba sumai to go ojau hinbagi thabak seeking to kangku sing sidagi individual lanai oina paisa lupa lakh tara kuni ma pomei pau
Tauswam Farmers Producer Company Limited organized turmeric massive harvesting event at Luangchum Awangkul Part 2 under None district today. The project was initiated by Doshan Social Service Society, the SSS, and under the sponsorship of Manipur Organic Mission Agency MOMA. At the event, Awoyo Lunglen, project manager, the SSS, visited the turmeric harvesting sports and his team, the SSSS, accompanied by Tauswam Farmer Producer Company Limited Chief Executive Officer, CEO Gaisangam Lawrence Kamsan, in the presence of Guangcholian Gaonmei Field Inspector, DSSS. Awoyo Lunglen, project manager, DSSS, he encouraged to the farmers and hourly interacting with the turmeric cultivators. He elaborated and talked about how to improve the methods of turmeric plantations abroad from other state and international market level were more demanded. Tauswam FPC reaches out to 7 rural villages under Noni district, formed 24 farmer interest groups, FIGs, by 477 registered farmers to promote local products as natural and organic. The main focused products are turmeric, ginger, bananas, and king chili. Today, 2 FIGs called Evergreen and Silver of Luangchum Awangkul cluster harvested approximately 1 metric ton of fresh turmeric in day 1. Speaking to the media persons, Gaisangam Lawrence, CEO Tauswam Farmers Producer Company Limited, such harvest program will continue for a month and more from various FIGs under the company, he added. In an alleged gross negligence by a construction company named CC, 2 separate accidents occurred yesterday around 7 p.m. in front of Ira Mineral Water Factory, which is at the junction of Lamsang and Haibong Pokpi. At first, BDF personnel who came in a white Activa met an accident. Meanwhile, a person who came in a Jupiter from Urupok met the same fate. The BDF personnel has been hospitalized while the second person luckily escaped unhurt. Due to the ongoing road construction of Urupok-Kangchup Road, half of the road was blocked with gravels and construction materials. This played a major role in the road mishaps which are happening frequently in and around the area. Locals warned that if such incidents are repeated in the future, they would not allow them to continue the construction. A 32-year-old Myanmar national who was under detention at the Sajiwa jail was found dead. The deceased Myanmar national was among 80 Myanmarese nationals lodged at the Foreigners Detention Center inside Sajiwa jail. He was held and alleged at the Imphal Detention Center for allegedly illegally entering the state. The deceased Myanmar national has been identified as Lamkhochon Guiting. He was arrested from Tengnopal district in Manipur bordering Myanmar on January 27. Guite hails from Sariasan village, Tamu township under Saigang region in Myanmar that shares border with Manipur and Mizoram. He was found dead inside a cell on Sunday morning. After a post-mortem examination at Jenims Mortuary, Imphal, his body was handed over to an NGO based in Moreh for conducting the last rites. He suffered a cardiac arrest while in sleep, sources informed. A powerful bomb exploded at Thangmeiban near Manipur Legislative Assembly. The explosion took place late on Sunday evening. In connection with the incident, women folks of the locality staged sit-in protest at Thangmeiban Mujikul, condemning the incident and shouted slogans. The bomb blast resulted in injury to a laborer, an official source said. Unknown persons who came on 2-wheelers lobbed a hand grenade at the residential gate of PWD Executive Engineer Nandaibam Ingocha. Speaking at the sideline, Secretary of Thao Mairapaibi Naurem Memcha highlighted that several bomb blasts had taken over in Manipur and staged protests condemning the incident. She stated that in lieu of having conversation between them, hurling bombs in crowded places is unfortunate. She further noted that resident which the blast occurred was occupied by laborers. She appealed the state government to prevent such unfortunate incidents.
kanamta khangaude kramana tawgibano ji do moina nungaina da bai do khoi praja de khangpote ba nungaina da ba moi do moi masen na jawa ba moina adjust tangna gera natraga moi masen tangno ba kai gi no ba kai su khang da ba haidi lekai me am da moina aki ya khang po andana ko khoi me am sing che haidi ahan sing ju chengum changa ne ba.
Stay tuned, viewers. We'll be right back after a short break.
Heritage Convent. Admission open for playgroup to Standard 9 for the academic session 2023-2024. Day boarding facilities available for playgroup to Standard 5. Hostel facilities available for Standard 6 to 12. State-of-art digital classroom. Fully digitized and Wi-Fi enabled campus. Holistic learning through playway and research-based methods. Highly qualified and experienced teachers. For more details, kindly visit the school office or log into our website heritageconvent.com.
इरमदम असगी खुद साहिब सिंह पुथोक चरिब पोथोक कयाबु मालेम सिंह बतुंगना सक ताकपा अमदी पोथोक कया असिबु मियामदा यौहन्नबगी अचेतपा पांदम अमगा लोइनना मणिपुर खादी एंड विलेज इंडस्ट्रीज बोर्ड न सिंजलांगजेदुना लाखलिबा फेब्रुआरी की तारीख 13 दगी मार्च की तारीख 2 फाउबा हप्ता कांगजेबुंगदा अहम सुबर स्टेट लेवल पीएमई जीपी एग्जीबिशन वोकल फॉर लोकल हाइरिबा थीम असिदा मणिपुर खादी एक्सपो 2023 निमित तरेत नि चुकना पांगथोक जगदौरी हाइरिबा एक्सपो सिदा इरेचा सिंह न लेंबिरक्तुना इरमदम असगी खुद साहिब सिंहबु पुनिंग थौगतपियु अमदी मपुंग फाहनबियु मयामबु ngaijaraw.
An open letter to Twingaling Muifa. At Camp Hebron, amidst a busy schedule, you might have been briefed about the brutal murder of Akoizam Nonganba alias Aging, son of late Akoizam Langam, ex-minister in the government of Manipur on 13 February 2023 at Kangpokpi district, Manipur. Involvement of NACN-IM cadre has been established as Mr. Moses Golmay, who claims to be deputy Kilansar of NACN-IM, has been apprehended by Manipur police as prime accused of the brutal murder. Another cadre of NACN-IM, Mr. Stephen Dangmay, who is co-accused, has escaped the police dragnet and headed for Dimapur. Till that, the SIT of Manipur Police is not able to apprehend Mr. Stephen Dangmay. Most likely he is in the safe haven of Camp Hebron, in spite of wide coverage in local media about the involvement of high functionaries of NACN-IM in the brutal murder of Akoizam Nonganba alias Aging. No clarification is forthcoming from NACN-IM headquarters, even after a lapse of 3 weeks. An aggrieved mother whose son Akoizam Nonganba alias Aging has been bludgeoned to death and the lifeless body was thrown in a ravine have the audacity to question the cardinal principle on which NACN-IM is operating. Mr. Twingaling Muifa, sir, you at the helm of affairs of NACN-IM have shown courage of conviction and statesmanship at many critical occasions. In February 2009, the murderer of Dr. T.H. Kishan, Y. Token and A. Rajan was handed over from Camp Hebron for trial under the law of land. As a desolate and disconsolate mother, I entreat you to order the NACN-IM cadres involved in the brutal murder of my son Akoizam Nonganba alias Aging to surrender to the law enforcing agencies to face trial under the law of land. The cry out for justice for my most unfortunate son Akoizam Nonganba alias Aging be validated without further delay. Yours sincerely, Akoizam Ongbi Santiwala Devi, mother of late Akoizam Nonganba alias Aging.
Welcome back after the break, and you're watching ELITETV English News. Now let's continue with the news again. With the BJP-led central government and its ally NDPP-led Nagaland government failing to deliver a solution to the vexed Naga political issue before the assembly elections in the state, Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio on Monday stated that it is impossible to set a deadline to achieve a solution to the Naga issue. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio said that a deadline to achieve a solution to Naga political issue cannot be set. Rio made the statement while speaking to the media after casting his vote in the Nagaland Assembly elections at Northern Angami 2 Assembly constituency. Speaking further on the ongoing voting process in Nagaland, CM Nephew Rio hoped that the Nagaland Assembly elections 2023 will be peaceful and successful. It may be mentioned here that the NDPP and the BJP are contesting the Nagaland Assembly elections on the 40:20 seats sharing formula that both the parties adopted in the 2018 Assembly elections in the state. The Congress is contesting on 23 seats, the NPF in 22 and the Lok Jan Shakti Party Ram Vilas in 15. A total of 183 candidates are in the fray in the Nagaland Assembly elections. Out of the total 183 candidates in Nagaland, only 4 are women candidates. Meanwhile, barely a few hours before polls for the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly gets underway, the residence of independent candidate Talit Suba was rocked by a huge crude bomb blast around 9:30 this evening. Talit Suba is one of the 4 candidates contesting for the 28 Koridang AC seat. The crude bomb went off at the gate of the candidate's residence located in Ongjawat, Makokchung. No injuries were reported and the identity or intent of the perpetrators. A second crude bomb went off a few minutes later, reportedly near Inkongeren Sports Complex. According to the police, at around 4:30 p.m., a convoy of vehicles arrived and was prevented from entering through the Elishon second gate. Meghalaya is all set for polling in 59 of the 60 assembly seats where more than 21.6 lakh voters will seal the fate of 369 candidates today as the ruling National People's Party will fight to retain power while the BJP and Trinamool Congress will attempt to unseat the incumbent government from power. Over 19,000 polling personnel and 119 companies of CAPFs have been deployed in the polling stations. They have been backed by state policemen to maintain law and order. 36 of the 369 candidates are women, with the largest number of 10 women candidates being put up by the Congress. Polling in Sohyong Assembly constituency has been adjourned due to the death of one of the candidates. The fates of the contesting parties will be decided by over 21 lakh voters across 59 poll-bound constituencies today. According to the Election Commission, polling will be held in a total of 3,419 polling stations across the state. While BJP and Congress have fielded candidates in all the seats, NPP is contesting 57 seats. The Trinamool Congress, which became the main opposition party in Meghalaya in 2021, following the defection of 12 Congress MLAs, became a formidable force, especially after former Chief Minister Mukul Sangma joined its ranks. The Trinamool Congress has fielded candidates in 58 seats. On the other hand, Nagaland, where over 13 lakh voters will decide the electoral fate of 183 candidates contesting in 59 out of a total 60 seats today. Tight security has been put in place for the day. The voting got underway at 7 a.m. and will continue till 4 p.m. The voting is being conducted at 2,291 polling stations. Votes polled today will be counted on March 2 along with Meghalaya and Tripura. Nagaland 2023 election. The voting will be conducted at 2,291 polling stations. Voting for the Nagaland Assembly polls began at 7 a.m. on Monday with over 13 lakh electors set to decide the electoral fate of 183 candidates, officials said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday urged voters in Nagaland and Meghalaya to cast their votes in record numbers. Assembly polls are being held in the 2 northern states on Monday. Acting on specific tip-off on 25th February 2023, vigilant troops of 172 Battalion BSF Meghalaya seized a truck carrying a huge quantity of processed betel nuts worth more than Rs 1 crore from Umkhyang area of East Jantia Hills district. Apprehended persons revealed that the seized consignment of betel nuts originated from Myanmar and was being taken to Guwahati. Arrested persons and seized items handed over to police station Umkhyang for further legal course of action. Joint team of Assam Rifles and Custom Department recovered heroin number 4 worth Rs 13.3 crore in general area Jote Road, Champhai district on Sunday. The operation was carried out by a combined team of Assam Rifles and Customs Preventive Force, Champhai, based on specific information. Approximate cost of the recovered heroin number 4 is rupees 13.3 crore. The seized consignment was handed over to Customs Preventive Force, Champhai, on 26 February 2023 for further legal proceedings. In a tragic road accident, 6 people died on the spot when the Mahindra Bolero vehicle they were travelling in was rammed by the cement-loaded truck. This incident occurred today at around 2:30 p.m. at Umbang Sumar village under National Highway 6 under Umayam Police Station in Ribhoi district. According to sources, it was informed that the 6 persons who lost their lives in this horrifying road accident are the priests, nuns and diacon from the Diocese of Bongaigaon, Assam, while on their way from Assam to Shillong. However, on reaching Umbang Sumar, the Mahindra Bolero they were travelling was suddenly rammed by the loaded cement truck, leading to the untimely loss of their precious lives. The Mahindra Bolero has a registered number AS26B7908 and the loaded cement truck was registered number WB41G7628. As per sources, it was informed that due to the overspeeding of the driver of the truck jumped into the divider and hit the running Bolero, that the Bolero overturned upside down, and later the truck rammed the Bolero, that 6 persons died on the spot. The 6 persons who had lost their lives in the tragic road accident include 1 priest, 3 nuns, 1 diacon and 1 driver, where their identification is yet to be known. On knowing about the tragic incident, the Ribhoi police rushed to the spot to help them, but was in vain as all the occupants of the Bolero died on the spot. The police is still investigating the incident and all the deceased were taken out with a spot death, sources aided. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Now let's go through the headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren launches 2 types of e-vehicles. All Manipur's Health Services Doctors Association condemns misuse of doctors and ignoring demands of Manipur Health Services. Judicial custody remand NSCNIM Deputy Kilonsa Moses Gonmai for 18 days. Miscreants belonging to Mao community lit fire at Namaijo Biodiversity Park and run away. And polling for General Assembly election 2023 in Meghalaya and Nagaland going on. That's all for today's 6 p.m. English news, and thank you for watching ELITETV. We'll be back with more news and updates, so stay tuned. And finally, signing off.